Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another update video to Radiums-armament, bringing it to 3.2. Now this is a very huge and exciting update for this add-on. It adds a brand new gun, obviously, this badass MG-42, which is just a lot of fun to use. Adds a new mob, a new like demon monster, which is super cool to play against, and as well as a settings book to adjust everything you could possibly want from my add-on. So yeah guys, let's just get straight into this, shall we? Alright guys, let's talk about the MG-42. This is such a cool gun, honestly. It's a very old gun made in World War II by the Germans, of course, and it's still used to this day, like an adapted version of it. That's how revolutionary and just insane this gun is. It's been a lot of fun working on it. So yeah, let's just go ahead and fire an entire magazine or some of it. It's just a lot of fun. As you can see, it's got an insanely fast fire rate. Just so fun to use. It's got a cool reload. You gotta drag the bullets over and then pull it back. It's so cool. But okay, so the fire rate is ridiculously fast. I managed to get mine up to 1000 RPM, and that's rounds per minute. The normal MG-42 is between 900 to 1500, so I went for 1000. And obviously, spitting out bullets that quick is not. I mean, it doesn't really matter for Minecraft, but it does help when you're fighting this new monster that I added, and the zombies, of course, because you can just absolutely decimate them with this insane fire rate. But yeah, it's so cool. As you can see, like the bullets on the inside of the, I don't even know what you call that, like the flap where the drum mag like connects to the gun itself. You can see those bullets like being put in, and you see the link being ejected as well. Those like little black things. That's like what holds the string of bullets together. And the bullets, I don't know if you guys know this, but the MG-42 actually ejects casings downwards. Like there's like a bottom part to the gun. Let me see if I can try and get an angle. Like underneath, like you see that like line right in the middle is actually an ejection port for the casing. And then on the side, you see the bullet links being ejected. So yeah, I did a little bit of research to see how this gun actually should function. As far as the reload, I know you're technically supposed to pull the lever back first, but I prefer to pull the top cover first and then put it in. Yeah, I just thought this looked better in my opinion. I know it's not technically the correct way to do it. You could reload this way in real life, but technically, since it's an open bolt gun, you're supposed to pull the lever back first, then load it, but whatever. That's just like a creative decision that I decided to do. But yeah, guys, this gun is just insanely awesome. Alright guys, real quick about the MG-42. Technically, there would be a belt to like use as well, but right now for this update, I just went ahead and only added the drum magazine. And it doesn't need to be like placed in your last or second to last hopper slot. Eventually you will. I just couldn't get the animation. Like I just wanted to get this update out because it's been such a hot minute since I've updated this add-on. So I went in and just pushed it with this right now, but eventually it will matter where you place this drum magazine. But for now, you could have it anywhere in your inventory, and it will use this drum magazine that you see here. And another really cool thing, I know the gun should overheat really quickly. That's like one of the main things about the MG-42. Like they had these like fancy barrel changing things, like very easy on the side of the gun. It might be hard to see, sorry, I'm like pointing at my monitor like you guys can see it. But yeah, I know it should overheat. I did mess around with like trying to get the barrel to turn red. I wasn't satisfied with how any of that looked. But if you do fire for a while, it will start to like hiss, like it's like really hot. You might have noticed it in the previous clip, but let me go ahead and fire for an extended period of time so you can hear it hiss. See, you hear that? I think that's really cool just to add that, and of course like the extra smoking from the hot barrel really adds to like the detail of this badass gun, you know what I'm saying? And one last thing about the MG-42 here, when you inspect, you can go ahead and close those bipods if you don't like to see those little arms dangling around. It doesn't really do anything, it's purely aesthetic, you see what I'm saying? Like now the bipods are closed, as you can see, and if I just press attack again, you can release the bipods. And I know, I really wish I could like get a good function for like actually using the bipods. I can't figure that out. I had this issue with the RPK. So yeah, it's just purely aesthetic, the bipods for now. I'm still trying to figure out a good way to actually implement them being mountable, you know, like be able to like place it on a block like this and it would be like stiff and you'd be a lot more accurate. I don't know, I'm still messing with things, but yeah guys, let's continue on with the rest of the stuff. Alright guys, next on the list are suppressors. That's right, I went ahead and added a suppressor to the AWM as well as the Remington 870. Super cool. So when I hover over the suppressor item, it now has the AWM and Remington 870 to the weapons type in that list of weapons. A few more guns I do plan to add suppressors to are all the AK variants as well as the Desert Eagle variants. I think those are the last guns that I want to add suppressors to that actually makes sense to me, you know, like so like the Magnum won't ever have a suppressor. I know technically I could do whatever I want, but I personally don't think the Magnum should have a suppressor, you know. But yeah, so the suppressor, yes, it's one item for all the same, but as you can see, the suppressor like variant on the Remington is quite large, like how it would be if it was on the like any shotgun. So it's a little bit different design than it would be like on any like AR or the sniper. As you can see, it's just like a single like tube, I guess you could say, and this is more of like a tube with elongated down part. It's super cool, but yeah, let me go ahead and fire it so you can hear what it sounds like with the suppressor, because it's really cool. I think that sounds so cool. I tried to make it sound like the No Country for Old Men like shotgun, like when it's silenced. I thought it sounded so cool in that movie. I know it's not very accurate to what it sounds like in real life, but I just thought it was a lot of fun to have it sound like that. To me, that sounds just freaking awesome. I don't know about you guys, but of course the AWM is more like a bang. As you can see, it's still suppressed, you know. Technically, if you had this suppressed, it'd still be loud as hell. Suppressors aren't very good in real life, believe it or not. But yeah, guys, super cool to be able to have a suppressor on these two guns. Again, it makes it feel like completely new weapons when you use these with the suppressor, in my opinion. Just so awesome. Alrighty guys, let's talk about the most important thing in this update, and that is the RA settings book. Just so freaking huge. Another really cool thing that I've added in this update, so like whenever you join, every player, it's not going to be sent like globally. Like say you join the world, right? You'll see this message in the chat. You know, it's just to stay up to date with my projects, you know, just a little shameless plug, you know what I'm saying? And then like say your friend joins later, they will see the same message, but you won't be spam this message like every time someone else joins, you know what I mean? It's just like the first time you join, you will see this little shameless plug, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the settings book is just massive, guys. It's so good. In my opinion, it's so good. It's just a necessary thing needed. So I went and added some like a little gun emojis, like you have the scar, you have like the radiums-armament title and like the version in the bottom there. So now you have so much access to how everything works. So this is just huge, guys. I'm gonna try my best to break this down. It may be a little boring, but again, this is just huge. This is just a very huge thing. So the first thing I want to talk about is the manage operators. So this only the host will see. So if I click on this, right, it's going to say the RA operators, and you're going to select the player. So this will be a list of all the players in the game. So like if I tried to like remove my operator status, it's going to say you cannot change the operator status for the host. And the reason being, like, say you had a friend in here and you want them to be able to adjust the global settings, right? Like the world settings. They're gonna need to have operator status for the RA guidebook. You know what I'm saying? So like whoever you decide to be able to mess with the settings, like if obviously you don't want everyone to have operator status to mess with all your global settings, which is just super important in here, and I'll discuss that in a bit. So if a player just joins, like a friend of yours joins, all they will see without having the operator status is just personal settings. Like they won't even see these buttons. They won't even see the world settings or manage operators buttons. They will just see personal settings. So personal settings, there's only a couple options right now, but again, these are two very huge things. So the fog, I always see people like ask about how to turn the fog on or off. So I went ahead and made that a toggle. So as you can see, it just immediately removes the fog. And of course, guys, I went ahead and added crosshairs to all of the guns. It's such a cool addition. So now I have crosshairs, as you can see, to all the guns. It's so cool. And then the shotgun has like a circular like crosshair, I don't know, and it expands out. I thought that looked pretty cool. And like whenever you like reload or something, it gets rid of the crosshairs, as it should, you know, at least in my opinion, that's how it should. And another really cool feature for the crosshairs is the M203. Oh, hold on, I'm not in creative. Let me just get the M203. Where are you? There you are. And I need some shells. We get some shells. So if I go ahead and look at the MP or M4 here, as you can see, there's even a custom crosshair for the M203, and it looks like the Call of Duty one, you know, so it kind of like you can like aim a bit better rather than just trying to raw dog it, you know. Even then, it's still gonna be hard to aim. You got to get used to all these new things, but it's just so massive, guys. Like that is just insane, the amount of customization that you get with this. And I plan to do a few more things, like maybe reduce particle effects and stuff like that in the future. I don't know, we will see. Oh, and another thing, the only guns that will not have a crosshair is a thunder gun. It's just, you know, it shoots a giant disc. You know what I mean? So you don't really need to aim that, you know what I'm saying? So that still won't have crosshairs. That was the only gun I did not add a crosshair to because I just didn't think it was necessary, you know what I mean? But yeah, it is just amazing to be able to have the freedom to have crosshairs if you want it or not, you know? Like, this has been a perk that people have always wanted for a long time, and I went ahead and added it. And these are a bit different crosshairs than what are in my raw survival project. These are actually a bit better in my opinion. But yeah, super cool. All right, guys, let's go over the world settings. Now this is ginormous. Like the world settings, you can do a lot of stuff here. So the muzzle flashlight is like the light blocks that are surrounding you whenever you fire your gun. So if you're on a super low-end device, I see this commented a lot. People are like, oh, can you reduce the particles when you shoot the guns? Thinking that the particles are what causes the lag. But guys, there's like max 10, like 10 to 15 on depending on what gun it is. When you fire a gun, the particles aren't like the major things that causes lag. There's all sorts of other things. It is what it is. But yeah, this now is a toggle. So if you're on a low-end device, and are experiencing a lot of lag whenever you fire a gun, well, you can go ahead and toggle this off, and that should help improve performance. It does remove some of the cool factor of like the muzzle flashes lights up the environment, but it's not that big of a deal at the end of the day because there's still particle glow. Like there's like a bloom glow that looks like it's lighting up, but it's fake light, you know what I mean? It's not real. And then of course the fancy bullet holes are like my crazy bullet holes that I've added for like every single block type, you know. So like if I shoot leaves, dirt, or like wood, it will play a different particle effect. And so if you turn those off, that will obviously improve performance a little bit, because I noticed on raw survival when I had it, because this is a toggle in raw survival as well, like in the settings, I noticed like once I toggled that off, I did improve a little bit of FPS and just like load times, like server load time in general, because there's so many blocks that it has to scan through that I made, you know. I am still trying to like work on optimizing it a bit more in the future, but for now it's just a toggle you can turn on or off. So when you shoot the ground, let me just go ahead and apply it. When I shoot the ground now with that toggled off, and again, so you see all the settings that you had applied in here. So like now it says muzzle flashlights off and fancy bullet holes are off. So like when I shoot the ground, it will just do like a default like black bullet hole. It doesn't do like any of the crazy like dirt effects or like, you know what I mean? It will still have water effects though, you know, that's a major thing. But yeah, if I go ahead and set the time to night or something, and then remove my suppressor here, you'll see that there is no light flash, no muzzle flash light, and you know what I mean? It's like, here, let me toggle these on really quick just to show you what I'm talking about. Give it a sec. You see that like light on the ground, surrounding me and on the ground. It's very subtle on some guns. Here, let me do the MG. So you see how the light like flashes. That's obviously can be a bit annoying to deal with on some devices, you know what I'm saying? So now that's a toggle, just super huge. So another major thing, you can have the ability to toggle my radium zombies on or off. Yes, that's right. So, you know, like the sub pack things, like in the behavior pack, that's not a thing anymore. I went ahead and removed that entirely because now you control how the zombies function. And this was a lot of work, guys. Like I had to make custom spawning for all my monsters, which was a bit annoying, but it is what it is. So you can adjust how the zombies spawn. So you can choose day, night, or both. I like to do both in my opinion. And the zombie spawn rate, there's a lot of options. This is like the percentage of how they spawn per tick, you know what I mean? So like low is like 5 to 10% per tick, and then obviously it just gradually increases until you get to extreme, which is 100%. So like every tick there will be another zombie that spawns. And of course there's a zombie cap now, so that you can have as many as you want. I mean, 100 is, and this isn't per player, by the way, this is for the server. So like if you have a friend, I don't know, that's like 1,000 blocks away from you, this 100 counts for both players or like all the players, and it just kind of randomly generates around those players, you know what I mean? So yeah, just super sweet. And same thing for the Radium Screecher, which is like the new mob that you saw at the beginning of this video, and I'll break him down in a little bit. I just want to talk about the settings first, guys, and then go into the last cool feature being added later on. But yeah, the Screecher, you can choose like what dimensions he spawns in. So overworld, nether, or both. Originally, I was only gonna have him be in the nether, but I decided to let you guys pick what to do. I prefer the nether. That's kind of like how he was designed to be, was in the nether. But you can do whatever the hell you want. You know, that's the glorious thing about this world settings. And so like this Screecher spawn time really only is affected by the overworld. Like, so if you have it on both or overworld, this spawn setting time is literally just day or night. You know, obviously in the nether there's no day or night, so you don't even have to worry about this if you only have it in the nether dimension. But again, same thing with the spawn rates. You can adjust how frequently they spawn and how many can actually be spawned. I put a cap of 25 because these guys can summon minions and it can get pretty hectic if you're not careful. So I'm just gonna have these completely maxed out, just like to show you guys. And another super cool thing is I've added a toggle that ignores do mob spawning rules. Like, you know, like if you wanted to have like all the mobs turned off in the vanilla game, you can run that command, the do mob spawning rule turned off. But now, like, if you can have it, so my custom monsters here, so the Radium Zombie and the Radium Screecher, can ignore that and they will still spawn regardless of that game setting. And I added a toggle for literally every single monster, like vanilla monster in the game. You know what I'm saying? So you can deactivate all vanilla monsters if you want. Or you can like be really specific and like disable the bogged, the breeze, you know, the creeper. You know what I mean? Like you have the ability to disable whatever the heck you want. You know, like that's so cool. I think it's really cool. Maybe you guys think otherwise, but these things are just huge. Like in my opinion, this is just huge. But yeah, so like once ahead, once I have like all this stuff toggled and you have the radium zombies toggled, if you have like a large cap for the spawn, for how many can spawn, you know, and you try to like submit, it's just going to give you a little warning sign saying your selected spawn cap settings for the zombies and or screechers may cause lag depending on your device. And it's asking you to, like, are you sure you want to do it? So you just proceed with the setting, you can hit accept, or you can go back and adjust the settings until you like find whatever works best for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I just like drop all these down, I don't know, just like to a low point and see, now they won't. Oh shoot, I forgot. So that is a little bit annoying. I forgot to mention, you're gonna have to remember to toggle these on, or it's gonna like reset your settings, you know what I mean, for it. But yeah, super nifty to be able to do that, and it's gonna tell you all this information that you just toggled, you know what I mean? It's like you have this stuff on, the radium zombies are on, the time zone is for day and night. And again, this is only you're gonna see this, like the host or the operator that made these settings. The entire server is not gonna see this, you know what I mean? Like if you have a group of friends, so you can really screw with people, you know what I'm saying? Like depending on what you have. And I hear zombies start walking around me, so they're spawning around. But yeah, it's super cool, guys. So like it's just, the amount of customization that you can get is just insane. It's just insane. There's one. I thought I heard you. Alrighty guys, I am in a super flat world just to kind of like demonstrate, so it's like easy to see what's happening with like all the zombies spawning. And all this depends on like your settings in your game. So like if I go to your like world and then game settings, you have to do this outside of the world. But your simulation distance is what really dictates like how far away and how close like they despawn and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like here, let me go ahead and toggle the radium zombies, and let me just crank this bad boy up to 100. I recommend not doing 100. Like if you have a good device, I would say like 25 to 50 is more than enough zombies. Otherwise, it's going to be ridiculous at that point. Yeah, let me go and toggle the zombies on, so they should start spawning in. And this also is applied to like all the what's it called, the ground spawners. So you may not see them, the ground spawners, because they're in the ground. Oh, there's one that spawned in with as a crawler. But yeah, these guys just start walking around. I'm sure I'll run into the ground spawners here. Again, these guys that spawn that aren't ground spawners, they spawn a pretty good distance away from you. It seems like they're not right now. That's just because I'm on a super flat. Like you see how far away some of them can spawn. Yeah, here, let me just see here. So as you can see, it's just perfectly working. And it's just going to be, again, like I said, it's going to be a hectic. The more you have toggled, you know what I mean? And obviously it'd be a little bit different if you're on like a regular world, so it wouldn't be so blatantly obvious in how they spawn, you know what I mean? Like they'd be hiding when they spawn for the most part. Let me go ahead and toggle these guys off. But yeah, it's just so huge that you can do whatever the heck you want with these. So if I toggle them off now and hit that, so as you can see, it went ahead and despawned them. So if I open up the settings menu, it will say radium zombies off, despawn 62 non-tamed radium zombies. So if you had like a pet zombie, it's not going to get rid of your pet zombie, you know what I'm saying? He's still going to remain like if you had a pet, you know what I mean? And the spawn only got to 62. Alrighty guys, let's talk about the Screecher. It is time to talk about this big boy. So as you can see, he'll spawn inside the ground, and he'll emit these like reddish black clouds around. And you can hear his heartbeat and like some music playing, and he's like kind of snoring. I'll shut up for a sec. You guys hear that? I think it's really cool. So like if you're wandering around, so you're probably wondering why I'm sneaking, because like I said, he's motion activated. But if you're sneaking, you can even jump around him. He won't like hear that or notice. But as soon as I stop sneaking and like walk around, so I can like sneak next to him like this. But as soon as I start moving, he's gonna wake up. And he's got a really cool spawn. So I have him trapped inside of some barriers really quick, just like kind of showcase his like model and design. But yeah, he is he's like this demon. I don't really know what else to say. He's kind of like my thought process behind this guy. Originally, I was gonna keep it really simple, like more of like a zombie, but I decided to go a little bit more crazy with it and give him more abilities and attacks than originally planned. That's one of the reasons why this update has taken so long, is because of this glorious guy here. But I actually really like him. So you see his beating heart there in the center of his body there. You see that, like, yeah, it might be hard to see on camera, but that's actually his weak spot. So like if I had a gun, you know, and I like aim, you want to hit him right there because that's going to do the most damage, okay? And of course you can still like blow off his arms, like if you shoot his shoulders, or like it's like little nubs for legs there, you can still shoot those off. And of course you can do enough damage to his head will blow off, just like the other zombies and stuff. And there's only one entity here. This isn't like how the zombies function. So if you try to like have an axe and try to chop his head off, that's not going to work here. But yeah, it's just so freaking cool. And there's going to be 3 types of skins for this guy. So let me go ahead and spawn in a couple more and try and see if I can get them really quick. Just make sure that I get them. Okay, I got 3 of the same, so I'll be right back to change these guys' skins really quick. Alrighty guys, I went ahead and changed these 2 guys' skins, and they're not super crazy from like the base skin. They still have like that same look. They just have like, this one has a jacket on, this one has a jacket on with a hoodie, you know, nothing super crazy. And I do have plans to add like, you know, like maybe like a blue version or like a skeleton version that spawns in like Soul Sand Valley. I don't know, there's so many different ideas I want to like try and mess around with, or even like other demon types and zombie types. I don't know. These guys look really cool though, in my opinion. I know it's like completely out there for like this add-on. I don't know. I just wanted to have some fun, and this is what I came up with. You know what I'm saying, guys? I hope you enjoy the, if you're still here. I know this video is insanely long, and I'm finally talking about these guys, but it's going to be a minute talking about all these features that this guy can do, because he has a lot of really cool things that he can do. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into those features now. All right, guys, real quick, before I start showing him actually doing his stuff in action, I'll just quickly explain what he can do. So he can fly, he's super annoying, he's very tanky, he hits like a truck. So you're gonna need armor, and like I said, he summons in other like hell zombies, like they're like these buff zombies, like, and they're like got different skins. So the zombies he spawns in has more health and they do more damage, or just a little bit more damage, not much, but they're just tankier and faster. And as well, so he flies, he dashes towards you to attack, and he summons in hellspawn zombies. That's what I'm calling him. He's just like hellspawn zombies. And then his third attack is like a line attack where he'll like throw his arm up like he's like casting an ability, like he's some kind of like, I don't know. You can picture him as like a super buffed out demon of an evoker. That's a good way to look at it. But instead of spawning in Vex, he spawns in zombies, and instead of those like those I don't know what you call them, those like chompers that the evoker spawns in, this guy summons like just like a line of blood, and the blood will make you sick and do a lot of damage. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start showing that stuff off really quick. I just thought I would quickly explain, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if this is boring to you guys, but I spent a lot of time on this, so I'm trying to break it down the best I can. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and see how this guy handles an iron golem. So if I spawn him in, the golem can only attack. Immediately decimated that hell spawn. But yeah, as you can see, the Iron Golem has really no chance against this guy. So we need multiple Iron Golems. As you can see, super easily taken out. These guys are inside of each other. I would like to show their skin off a bit more. Oh, you guys come attack me. Oh, here's his line attack. Super good. It's super cool. If I get hit by it, oh dude, it just like half health me. Oh no. So hold on. I don't want to die here, so let me cheat a little bit. As you can see, when he starts casting, he'll make those zombies that he spawned previously. He won't kill all of them, but he'll kill some of them, just so it doesn't overwhelm the player or whatever. And if you have a bunch of them, you know what I mean? But yeah, these skins for the zombies are super cool, in my opinion. Okay, got it. Yeah, he hits like a truck. I have netherite armor on, by the way, and he does like half my health in one hit. So So you gotta be very, very prepared to take this guy out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can hear him when he's chasing these. Like, he's breathing and you can hear his heartbeat. You hear that? Super spooky. Oh, dude, he is just... I'm so happy with how this guy turned out. You need to take him out very quick. So if I whip out the MG, I can blow off his head. There we go. Pretty quickly. So that took like 35 bullets to his face, pretty much. Super, super cool. Yeah, see, even the regular zombies were super tanky in comparison. Ah, dude, I'm so happy with this. It's gonna add so much variety to gameplay, you know what I'm saying? Alright, guys. So let's go ahead and talk about how you want to deal with this guy. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but he takes a minute to spawn. And in that time period, you really want to try and hit him in his heart. You know I was saying his heart is the weak spot, the beating red thing in the center of his chest. So let me go ahead and activate it, and depending on what gun you have and how accurate you are with your shots, you can be able to take him out very easily. So you just have to be a gamer, you know what I'm saying? So let me see if I can do it. Am I a gamer enough? There we go. See? One well-placed shot and you shoot him in the heart with like something like the AWM. The AWM is probably one of the best guns to deal with him, because if you hit him perfectly in the chest right there, he's gonna die. But it has to be a very precise shot. Like, I just got lucky there, honestly, because when I was testing, I just was not hitting it very frequently. But yeah, let's go to spawn. There we go, I got it. You see what I'm saying? You just gotta aim right at his heart, and he'll explode into a million pieces. And if I have mob loot, what's the game rule? Game rule, do mob loot, and put that to true really quick. And let me see what happens when he explodes. Can I hit it? Can I go 3 for 3 shooting him in the heart? Let's find out. I did. I got it. Very nice. So he drops a good amount of XP. He will drop rotten flesh, sometimes netherite nuggets, some bones. Yeah, he drops a good amount of stuff. He'll drop like iron, gold as well. It just depends how you kill him, you know what I mean? So if you kill him through his weak spot, that will be the best. Yeah, so if I try to like shoot him in the head, he's got a lot more health to deal with because I'm not shooting him in the heart, you know what I'm saying? So let me just like run around for a bit. I want him to. I want to show the lion blood attack again. There we go. So yeah, see, that does a good amount of, and I get nauseous. You see that nauseous effect if I get hit by it? Oh man, it does so much damage. I don't want to die though. Here, let me go into creative. Oh man. Just so much fun to mess around with, you know? Like... I hope you guys enjoy this update, dude. It took a lot of effort adding this new monster, and I know I'm not showing him justice. I'm just not much of a video maker, you know what I'm saying, guys? I really need to get a video editor, I think. You know what I'm saying? But life stuff out here, you know what I'm saying, guys? All right, guys, we are in the Nether, and another thing I wanted to point out about the Screecher. His preferred blocks to spawn on are actually lava. He loves the lava because he's from hell, you know what I'm saying? That's just where he likes to exist. So yeah. So let's just give it a sec. I have him spawning in the Nether on extreme. So when you see him spawn in lava, you will see it. Like, you will see him. Just give it a sec. Let's see. Oh, there's one right there. You see that? So when he spawns in the lava, there will start to be like these like little lava bubbles. You know what I'm saying? And he has a larger detection for players if he is in lava. So like, even if I'm sneaking, right? He's not gonna care, or he shouldn't at least. Yeah, there we go. I was like concerned for a second. Yeah, he'll spawn in lava, and he is a menace in lava too. So like, hold on, let me give myself effects really quick. Effect itself, resistance, infinite, 255, true, and I also want fire resistance because I don't want to die off repeat, guys. This video is already ridiculously long enough. Alright. So if he sees me, he should want to attack. There we go. So his pet zombies that he spawns in as well are absolutely dogs on waters. Like they will have no issues pathfinding through lava, and when they pathfind through lava, they have some cool effects, like lava effects. See what I mean? Oh yeah, and then his line attack, look at it, has a really cool effect in lava. Super, super cool, dude. Like I said, I designed him originally to be, you know, another dwelling being. And if I shoot like near those other ones, you see what I mean? They'll start to activate them. Super, super cool. They'll even have a chance to spawn inside of lava. But yeah, see, these guys do not care about lava, no matter what. You see what I'm saying? Ah, dude, it's so cool. I know this is a bit much, and that's kind of one of the reasons why he has no legs. You know what I mean? Like Nubs. It's because he likes to swim in lava, so his legs kind of like just naturally burned off. You know what I'm saying? That's really cool. And yeah, these zombies will float in lava as well, and like their corpses will like produce bubbles. You know what I'm saying? Like as they despawn. Yeah, it's just so many like little details and features added in these guys. So yeah, like even if you try to like fly away, these guys are still gonna like come after you. Like they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like see, he's spinning on his way up here. That's what I mean. Like making him be able to fly is just insane. Another quickly I wanted to point out that there are actually some bullet effects when I shoot the lava. You just have to hit it at like the right angle. You see how there'll be some like bubbles and stuff. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, guys. Be gone! Be gone! Be gone! There we go. Alright guys, there's a couple more things I want to show you before we close this video out. And this video could be honestly much better and much longer. But you can use regular Minecraft items, like you can use your bow or a trident or even snowballs. Snowballs are actually pretty good if you hit them in the heart, as well as a splash potion of regeneration. So splash potion of regeneration is super nice because you just have to throw it at him before he spawns. You see what I'm saying? So he'll turn into a little like soul or something and despawn, and he'll drop some loot depending on what you have. If you have loot toggled on, I mean. So he'll drop a diamond sometimes, he'll drop some netherite nuggets sometimes, and he'll drop down some raw radium sometimes. Or sometimes nothing. It really just depends if it works or not. And of course, like if you try to like break the block that he's sleeping on, that will just make him wake up. So you can't like try to get him away from there. But like if one well-placed shot with the trident, you gotta hit him in the heart though, you see what I'm saying? You gotta hit him perfectly. So if I spawn another one and like throw it at his head, you see what I mean? It's not gonna do the same amount of damage. You can shoot off his arm though if I can get enough. Okay, he's gone. He's going to space. He's not going back down from there. But yeah, so like I said, you just really, really gotta focus on that sweet spot. You see? And it's gonna be different damages for all guns. So like if I use the Radium, oh, I'm out of ammo. Hold on. Reload, reload, reload. Okay, that's enough. It's gotta be where you hit it hard. You see that? Let me make it nighttime really quick. And try to show get rid of the M2. The M203 is very good to deal with him. Yeah, you see those like little red bits? That's how you know you hit him in his weak spot. You see that? Otherwise it doesn't do those like red bits. You see that? You really, really gotta aim to hit him in those weak spots. But yeah, he's similar to like the regular zombies. You can blow off his limbs. But yeah, he's very tanky as you can see. Man, I'm was that like 2 magazines of MP5 as you can see. Like see how much weaker the MP5 is? He's hitting him in the weak spot. Yeah, he's very hard to deal with. Like, if I was in survival... There we go, I got him before he spawned in the zombies. Ah, man. Just a lot of fun to mess around with, you know what I'm saying, guys? I hope you enjoy this video. And again, I wish I could be a better videographer for you guys to really showcase him off. But at least you should experience him and have a lot of fun. If you stuck around to the end of this video, I love you. I love all you guys, but if you stuck around, you're the GOAT. I really appreciate it. But yeah, guys, I will see you next time for another Raw Survival update video coming this month. I have planned for that. There's been a lot of stuff done on there too. But anyways, guys, I love you. I'll see you next time. Peace.